Back here, Citizens Bank Park. And now here's the starter for Atlanta, Chris Sale. What's the word on him? Stepping in, J.P. Crawford. This one in the air, center field. And there's one down. Cal Raleigh up next for the Mariners. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two. Got him. Two away. And now it's Julio Rodriguez. Next offering is fouled back. Swings and misses. That's the inning. Top of the second. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Mauricio Dubon. And a breaking ball
that's
misses outside.
Ball.
Out towards right center field. Raley on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's one away. Here comes Mike Yastrzemski to the plate. In the air to left center. Arozarena on his way over. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. So here's Riley now. No score here in the second. Swing and a miss. Now 1-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. That's a ball. Tried to attack with the sweeper. And it remains 2-2. This one smoked. Could be trouble. And into second easily with a 2-out double.
Showed a lot of fight with 2 strikes in that AB. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy. Didn't try to pull the...
Oh, now this one gets away at the plate. And the runner holds. Inside move to second. Riley dives back in safely. Here's the pitch. Runner on the move.
That's a ball.
Misses. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. And the go-ahead run is now only 90 feet away. Lifted in the air, right center field. Rodriguez gets under it. He's there. He's got it. And that is that. Bottom of the inning. So now it's the Mariner cleanup hitter, Josh Naylor. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Now it's Randy Arozarena. Popped up. Olsen settles underneath it. Out number 2. Now it's the right fielder, Luke Raley. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. Swings through it for the K. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the on to the 3rd inning. Now in for the Braves, Drake Baldwin. And a foul ball. Crushed left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. He'll take a jog around the bases. Back to the leadoff spot in the Braves lineup. And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And now it's Ronald Acuna Jr. Though Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Here's a 1-1. On the ground to the left. Into the outfield, base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. Here is Matt Olson. Swing at a ground ball. Naylor steps on the bag, finally gets the first out here on the grounder. Michael Harris the second. Next up for the Braves, the 1-1. Hit hard on the ground to short. In there safely. It's 2-0. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Runners at first and second with one gone. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Line drive, that's a base hit. Acuna around third. One run is in. The throw in. It's offline. The run comes in.
Nicely done. Brings home 2. And man, I'll tell you, a line drive like that into the gap just feels so good. It's feedback that you had everything on time. And
now pitching for the Mariners, number 55.
Mike Yastrzemski up here. That's out to center field. Brings it in, and there's 2 down. Here comes Austin Riley. Man on second, 2 down. Now there's a bullet down the line.
Foul ball.
And foul ball. The 1-2. Hit hard, base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. But now he hits the brakes and hustles back to third.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Absolutely punished that pitch. Wasn't fooled in the slightest. 109 off the bat. I think that means you put a pretty good swing on it.
2 on, 2 outs. Got him swinging for the K. As we go to the last of the third. In now is the Mariners DH, Dominic Canzone. That one ripped, but foul.
This is a very important inning here. After scoring all those runs, you want your pitcher to come out and just mow them down. The offense has worked hard. It's shut down inning time.
Got him swinging. So digging in, Cole Young. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup. Base hit, center field. So a man aboard now with one away.
You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2.
Out on
There's
the tag.
one. What a double play that was. Back at Citizens Bank Park. Now it's the Atlanta catcher, Drake Baldwin. Misses the zone, and he gets him to chase. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. Back to the top of the order. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. Lined, and that's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Up next for Atlanta.
And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. Fly ball to right. Makes the grab. Now a throw to first.
Hey!
Tries to get back and save. Here's Matt Olson down. The lefty ready, and a 1-1. This one in the air, center field. Rodriguez should have this one. And that is that. Ready to go, bottom 4. Here's the Mariners leadoff man, J.P. Crawford. Swings through that one out in front that time. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. One up, one down. Cal Raleigh up next for the Mariners. The 2-1 is high.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
Acuna on the run. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. Julio Rodriguez up next for the Mariners. 2 down, nobody on. Line drive, and that's a fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. He's there. It's a 2-out double. Here's Josh Naylor. Ball to strike. The tag, and he's out. And he has thrown 4 shutout innings. All set for the start of the inning. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Michael Harris II. Lined into right. And there's one down. Here's Mauricio Dubon. The 1-1. Up the middle. Not in time.
No,
he's safe.
in there.
Up next for Atlanta.
Just a good job putting the ball in play and then busting down the first base line. Beat the throw pretty easily.
Strike 2. Runner takes off. In there for strike 3. Throw to second. Out at second. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And stepping in for the Mariners, Randy Arozarena.
Well, these Mariners just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
And the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th. Luke Raley up next for the Mariners. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Now here is Dominic Canzone.
Designated hitter, Dominic Canzone.
2 down, nobody on. Yastrzemski on the move. But it's the center fielder who gets there. And that is that. Top of the 6th inning. Now in for the Braves, Austin Riley. Riley at 23 years old. He was their first-round pick in 2015. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Ground ball left side. Toss to Naylor. And that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th. Dom Smith stands in. Swing and a line drive and a base hit out into left center field. And a man aboard.
Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap, and I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that
Naylor to Crawford for 1. Back to first for 2, and that'll do it. here in Philadelphia. And stepping in for the Mariners, Cole Young. Late with the swing there.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Leo Rivas up next for the Mariners. And he swings through that one. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row. Back to the top of the Seattle order. J.P. Crawford will hit next. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Tonight, his slider has been really impressive. I mean, tight spin. Seems like the hitters aren't picking it up out of the hand.
Two down, nobody on. In the air, left field. And he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. Chris Sale looking for that shutdown inning. Got him swinging. Top of inning number 7. Now the leadoff spot for the Braves, Ozzie Albies.
Now pitching,
Edward Bizzardo taking over on the mound.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Stays alive. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. And he grounds one to the right side. Naylor. He steps on the bag, and the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
For Atlanta, the right
Here's
fielder,
Ronald
number
Acuna
13,
Jr. at the plate.
Acuna Jr.
And that's through the swing. It's a strikeout. Matt Olson up to the plate. 2 down, nobody on. Right side, hard hit. Toss to Naylor, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Braves. Bottom of the 7th. Now the Mariners catcher, Cal Raleigh.
Notice how they're swinging too early or too late? That's a timing problem. They need to guess right on a few of those pitches, and I mean make an educated guess.
The 1-2. Jackknifes out of the way. Out towards right center field. Acuna on the run. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. 1 down. Here's the center fielder, Julio Rodriguez.
number 44.
The 1-1.
Rodriguez.
Dubon. Got him.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled over it, got a ground ball.
Number 12.
2 outs, base is empty. And now it's Josh Naylor. Here's a 1-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. One, 2 now. Struck him out swinging. That's his 9th strikeout so far. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. We're at the top of the 8th. Michael Harris the second, getting ready to hit. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Mauricio Dubon now at the plate. Bizzardo, a 6-foot righty, 190 pounds, and he was born in Venezuela. Bounced out to short. Crawford over to first. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th.
Up next for Atlanta,
2 down, base is
the
empty.
Mike
And next for Atlanta, Mike Yastrzemski. The 1-1 is fouled off.
I wouldn't say the game's close right now, but it's not out of reach either. I mean, these guys really need to put up a 0 on the board just to maintain a little hope.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. That completes the strikeout, inning over. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. And stepping in for the Mariners, Randy Arozarena. Reaching for it, makes the catch.
Gotta love the over-the-shoulder catch. I tell you what, those are really fun to make.
Luke Raley, the next to hit. And a big swing and a miss. The lefty closing in on 100 pitches. See ya! Strikes him out for the second time today. Dominic Canzone up next for the Mariners. 2 down, nobody on. Ground ball right side. Fires over to first. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the 9th. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Austin Riley. The 1-1. This one in the air, center field. Raley on the move. 1 away. Now it's Dominic Smith.
Number 8, designated hitter, Dominic Smith.
Ball to strike. The pitch. Up the middle. Tosses to first. And that is out number 2. 2 outs, base is empty. Now it's the Atlanta catcher, Drake Baldwin. On the ground, right side. And that's just foul. The 1-2. This ball's chopped on the ground. Toss to Naylor, and that's the inning. Back here in Philadelphia, bottom 9. Cole Young digs in now. The 2-1. In the air, left field. And there's 1 down. So up next, Leo Rivas.
The third baseman, Leo.
2-2 down. Harris turns to the right on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. So it's their last chance in this one. Now it's the shortstop, J.P. Crawford. Hard ground ball, base knock. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Everything came together for him. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Cal Raleigh will hit next. Sale is just 1 strike away. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. And he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. The 1-2. What a stop. Throw to first, and what a play. Ball game.
It has become increasingly difficult to throw a complete game shutout because of all of the offensive.
Riding my whip and rodeo drive. Shawty, I stick like Fredo Bang. Stay in your lane down 4 or 5. We stick like 4 or 5. Your cool won't be no fire. I'm fresh like water. No daughter. Might tell a joke, but I ain't gon' lie. On my left like evil genius. Jump out the changes, demon time. I'ma get a leak back like. Gripping on that grain. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I'm from the MISS-ISSIPPI. Long as we do not divide, like gon' get denied, get defied. We bout to buck down on your king, knocking dope, the kick in. You is not my friend. I pull my pants up, then I did my dance on these. Said the devil cannot get me, I'm too clean in these bowls. I suppose you wanted to see it lose, but I refuse. I've been cool since David had 22s on that lag. I brought it back. Cadillac leather in July, burn up your back, burn up your back, burn up your back. You know that coated denim. I'm a Southern soldier, I told you, but first let me tell you what got me up out of it. Got me out of it. Let me tell you what got me up out of it. Got me out of it. Let me tell you about the time I was trying to get rich. Now the whole team lit. Let me tell you, let me tell you, they pull up hollering about their silence. How you get away with all that? I say, baby girl, you know Southern different. I'm tipping. Anytime I talk, you know they listen. After I was born, had my baby window TNT. In fact, my daddy copped a lack when I was only 5 years old in a jack. Bring it back. I say stunting is a habit, told don't get like me. I've been since I wore a tall white tee. Let me tell you what got me up out of it. Got me out of it. Let me tell you what got me up out of it. Got me out of it. Let me tell you about the time I was trying to get rich. Now the whole team lit. I say stunting is a habit, told don't get like me. I've been since I wore a tall white tee. Wanna ball like me, but they fall like leaves. I showed up so clean they wanna but they can't, cause I got that drink. God got my back, you with me, he cranked that yank. I said nah, ain't no won't stop me from shining. Gotta do it all in God's timing. Hate to keep reminding, I can't do it if it ain't aligning. No bother if the money ain't chiming. I said nah, ain't no won't stop me from shining. Gotta do it all in God's timing. Hate to keep reminding, I can't do it if it ain't aligning. No bother if the money ain't chiming. Let me tell you what got me about it. Let me tell you what got me about it. Damn it. Yeah. I said I pull up in that peanut butter on that leather with the hot jam. Remember when I had to tote that horn and marching band? Now I'm marching through Japan, thumbing through them bands. I double down on it, bet my crown on it. That you cannot pull it down from me, cause I deserve the splurge whenever I urge the purge. But I heard that you capping down. Wait a minute, who you talking to? I got your birth certificate, you know I fathered you. Just because I'm shining doing my thing, you mean it bothered you? You was barbecue. I'm so sorry that my ascension at life is hard for you. I told you that I could not concur, that I could only concrete when I speak. You see truth get unsheathed from my teeth, cause it's gold. I serve it up fresh off of that stove. On my from the country, gotta know I'm on cold in that mold. Yeah. Don't let nobody tell you can't do what you want to do in life. You feel me? You feel me? This side and north side, this the end.
And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the Kansas City Royals and the Chicago Cubs. First pitch coming your way next. About to get started here, Michael Garcia steps in for the Royals.
Number 11, Michael Garcia.
The 1-1. Here's a high chopper. Bregman handles. Throws to first in time. One out in the top of the first. And next up for the Royals, Vinny Pasquantino.
Pasquantino.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
And that one hammered. That's got a chance. Unable to get there, and it's in the gap. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Put a really nice balanced swing on it, and when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box, and he'll feel real good about that one.
And ball four to a board.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Ground ball up the middle. Base hit into the outfield. Here comes the runner. He will score, and they take the lead. And he'll reach second with one away.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Now it's going to be Carter Jensen. Handles, throws to first. Out number 2, and another run comes in. So up next, Michael Massey. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. They limit the damage here. We go to the bottom of the first. And on the mound for Kansas City in this one, Chris Bubich. How about a scouting report on him? Stepping in, Michael
The
Bush.
first baseman, number 29,
The
Michael
1-1.
Bush.
Swings through that one. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Not close with that one. And that's ball 3. This one high in the air to left center. Thomas on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's 1 down. Now it's Alex
Batting
Bregman.
second, third baseman, number 3, Alex Bregman.
Misses the zone and he gets him to chase. Swing and a ball popped in the air. And that is foul. Stays alive. Line drive, base hit. Around first, heading for 2. And he'll pull into second safely.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Really stayed inside that baseball to send it to the opposite field. With the shift onto the pull side, that's an easy knock if you'll take it.
Man at second. And that's
that's
off
inside.
the inside edge. And now 3-1. Ground ball right side. And he's out on the tag. Here's Nico Horner. The 2-1. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. He's got it, and that is that. We move ahead to the top of the second now. Now it's the right fielder, Jack Caglione.
Caglione.
Swing and a ground ball. Fair ball. Makes the turn and heads for second. Not stopping. He's going for 3. Caught in a rundown now. And they put the tag on him for the out. Digging in is the switch inning outfielder, Isaac Collins. The 1-2. Out to short. Swanson fires over to first. He's out. And now it's Salvador Perez to the plate. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton. Got him swinging. Bottom of the inning, leading off, Seiya Suzuki.
The right fielder, Seiya Suzuki.
Nope, that's off the plate. Ball 2.
Out to short. Witt over to first. And quickly 1 away in the second. Matt Shaw, the next Cub to hit. Here's a 1-1. He swings and fouls one off. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Batting 7, the catcher, Carson.
And now the batter is Carson Kelly. Liner snagged at first. On to the third inning. Now here's the leadoff hitter for the Royals, Michael Garcia. Hit on the ground to short. Swanson. On to first. Leadoff hitter gone in the third. And next up for the Royals, Vinny Pasquantino.
Vinny Pasquantino.
The 1-1. Foul ball there. The wide, the kick, and the 1-2. This one in the air, center field. Crow Armstrong takes it in for the out. And there's 2 away. Now here's Bobby Witt Jr. 2 down, nobody on. And a big swing and a miss. Out to short. Swanson on the run. Throw to first. Nicely done for the out. As we go to the last of the third. And now the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong. In the air, left side. Collins moving under this one. And there's one away. Swanson digs in. This to center field. And that'll get down for a hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
That was a pretty good pitch. Breaking ball down and in, but when it's breaking in toward you, you have a lot of time to see it and just try to get on plane with it. He hit that one pretty well.
Thomas has a beat on it. He's there. He's got it. And there's 2 down. Here's Alex Bregman. Tap foul at the plate. Hammer, base hit. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. As we go to the top of the fourth, now it'll be the cleanup hitter for the Royals, Lane Thomas. The 1-1. Gets a swing and a miss with the sweeper. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Up with it, fires to first. Gets him. 1 away on a drop third strike. And now the DH, Carter Jensen.
Carter Jensen.
Hard ground ball, base knock. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
All over that one right there. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Now here is Michael Massey.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
That's a base hit. Lead runner makes the turn at second. To third. Save!
Oh, he beat it. He beat it.
Up next to the Royals.
Runners at the corners here. 1 away. Jack Caglione steps in for the Royals. And that's ripped for a base hit. Runner from third in to score. It's an RBI single, and they take a 3-run lead. So up now for Kansas City, Isaac Collins. Swings through him for the K. Nice job behind the plate there. 2 aboard, 2 outs. Now here is Salvador Perez. Line drive, that's a base hit. Massey around third. There's the tag. They get it. And that's the inning. Bottom of the fourth, digging in, Seiya Suzuki. The lefty ready, and a 1-1. Fastball for a strike. Perez gets it to first. 1 out in the bottom of the fourth. Next is the designated hitter, Matt Shaw. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. The flip, got it. Nice play. 2 outs, base is empty. Carson Kelly, the next Cub to hit.
Kelly.
Ball to strike. The pitch. Ripped on a line to center. And that ends the inning. We go to the top of the fifth. Now here's the leadoff hitter for the Royals, Michael Garcia.
Now
The new pitcher in the game, Javier Assad.
Well, they didn't get much length out of their starter in this one, so they've got a lot of outs to eat up in that bullpen. I think they'll look for some length out of him right here if they can get it.
The 1-2. This one belted deep left field, on its way, gone. A solo shot, and they boost their lead. It's 4-0. Vinny Pasquantino steps in for the Royals. And he grounds one to the right side. In time to Bush, 1 away here in the fifth. Here's Bobby Witt Jr.
Bobby Witt Jr.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Way out front for strike 2. There's a swing and a drive. That one's back. Going, gone. A solo shot. It's their second home run of the inning. 1 down. Here comes Lane Thomas. Lifted in the air, right center field. 2 down. And the batter now, Carter Jensen.
The designated hitter, Carter Jensen.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Definitely not a pitch location you're expecting up there as a hitter when you know the guy's got a good sinker ball. If you can get in that location, boy, you've got to look top to bottom, and that's going to make it very difficult to hit.
Good job to fight that one off. Two down, nobody on. And down on strikes. And that is that. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Here's the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong.
Pete Crow Armstrong.
And a 1-2. On the ground. And that's just foul. The 1-2. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. And that's got extra bases written all over it. Around second now, going for 3. And he's got a leadoff triple.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Didn't try to do too much with it, just to really...
That one is absolutely belted. Carrying well. Get out of town. He'll take a trot around the bases. And they close the gap. It's 5-2. Back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. Michael Bush now at the plate. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Witt over to first. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. And now it's Alex Bregman. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And that should be extra bases. In safely with a double, his second of the day.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. Pretty much just a textbook double into the gap. And when you can drop one in there between the outfielders, you know you're making the turn at first. Just an excellent swing.
Man at second. This one in the air center field. Thomas moving under it. Brings it in. Runner tags at second. And he moves up to third. Now 2 away. Nico Horner will come up to hit. Ball to strike.
Inside, ball 2.
High fly ball, right field. Should be extra bases. Brings it in. And that is the inning. All set for the top of the 6th. Now it's the second baseman, Michael Massey. The 3-1. That one to first. Gets to it with a slide. And very nicely done for the out. So digging in, Jack Caglione.
Right fielder, number 14, Jack Caglione.
To the right side. Horner over to first. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th.
Up next for the Royals.
2 down, bases empty. And next up for the Royals, Isaac Collins. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Nope, outside.
Right side. Horner throws to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Well, we go bottom 6. Now it's the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki.
Suzuki.
A new arm into the game, the righty, Nick Mears.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
2-2 now. And a swing and a miss. And there's one down. Matt Shaw digs in now. The 1-1. Late with the swing there.
I guess you throw it that hard, you can get away with locations like that right down the middle. But I still think it's a dangerous pitch. Don't want to do it again.
Fires over to first. Yeah, they get the out. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's the catcher, Carson Kelly. The 1-2. Here's a rip to short, but he's there. We go to the top of the 7th, and now the catcher comes up to him, Salvador Perez. So they turn things over to the righty, Jacob Webb.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Swing and a bouncer. Swanson fires over to first. That's the first out, the top of the 7th. So back to the top of the order. And now Michael Garcia. On the ground, out to short. Not in time. He's safe.
Up next for the Royals.
No problem beating out the infield hit right there. Good hustle getting down the line.
One gone, runner at first. Vinny Pasquantino steps in for the Royals. And now it's 1-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. In the dirt, gets away from Kelly. The throw into second. There's the tag. They get him, and that's the inning. Bottom of the 7th, stepping in, Pete Crow Armstrong. The count 2-1. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Smoked on the ground a second. And they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th. Dansby Swanson stands in.
Shortstop, Dansby Swanson.
Here's a 1-1. Drilled out towards left center field. That one's got a chance. Out of here! Another homer. His 2nd home run of the game, and they cut into the deficit. It's 5-3. Back to the top of the order now. Here's the Cubs leadoff man, Michael Busch. And there's a base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Everything came together for him. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Fouled off down the right side. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Tying run at the plate. Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Up next for the Cubs.
Ian Happ up to hit.
Number 8, Ian Happ.
On the ground, right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Ready to begin the 8th. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Number 7. And a 1-1. Crushed. Left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. His 2nd home run of the game. Lane Thomas will make his way to the plate. And a swing and a miss there.
Folks got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run. Go back to work. Focus on this next batter.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. The 1-2. Ripped on the ground to second. Slings to first. Now 2 out. 2 down. Base is empty. Michael Massey steps in for the Royals. That's in there. And the count 1-2. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Ground ball right side. It squirts through. And that keeps the inning going.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you enough.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And there's the ball.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
So a walk puts runners at first and second. First and second, 2 outs. Isaac Collins will hit next. Ground ball right side. Horner tosses to first. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. Now the Cubs 4-hole hitter, Nico Horner.
You know, these Cubs, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well.
Up the middle. Whips it to first on the run. Got him. Great play to keep the leadoff man off base. Seiya Suzuki, the next Cub to hit. The Royals leading by 3 here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. That misses the zone, and the count is 3-1. And there's ball 4.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Matt Shaw getting ready to hit. And that one fouled off. Man at first, one away. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Up next for the Cubs.
Here's the catcher, Carson Kelly. Ursig, 30 years old now, and he was a second-round pick back in 2016. Battling here as he fouls it away. Gets a piece and stays alive.
You see how the catcher wanted that pitch up and in. Want to try to tie him up. That's the one thing we're seeing. That high fastball, you have to get it up there because of how hitters have changed their swings.
That's out number 3. All set to start the 9th in this one. Leading off, number 13.
Salvador Perez.
Here comes the closer here in the 9th, Caleb Thielbar.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
That one way inside. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. That one carrying. Can't get to it. Throws to second. And he's got no chance. He's out. Back to the top of the order. Here's the third baseman, Michael Garcia. That's out to center field. And there's 2 away.
Up next to the Royals.
2 outs, base is empty. And next up for the Royals, Vinny Pasquantino. Check swing, went around. That is strike 2. Out to center for Armstrong. Under it. And that is that. Last chance for the home team. Digging in, number 4.
Number 4.
The 1-1.
Ball 2.
Inside, just missed. That one misses. So a leadoff walk. And now it's Dansby Swanson. Up the middle, Massey. Flips it. There's one.
That's an out.
They get the double play.
He's out.
And just 1 out to go now. Next to hit, Michael Bush. Here's a 1-1. Whacked out to center field. That's well struck. That's back. Out of here. He circles the bases, and they inch closer. It's 6-4. So 2 down, Alex Bregman. The next cut. That's the third, and a foul ball. Ursig is just 1 strike away.
That's a ball.
Got him, and that's the ball game. And this one ends.
Ooh, baby, tell me how long do I have to wait for you, honey, before I can say that you're gone? Won't you let me know, yeah? I'm in an awful state, baby. You said you love me so, but I just don't know how long I can wait. How long do I have to wait for you, honey, before I can say that you're gone?
Don't listen, feel the sound.
And King Cornelius defeated the terrible dragon, and all the people in the land were very happy. Oh no, let me finish the book.
Sorry, Mommy.
And the people came to the king.
I'm in Bottega Veneta. Waffling this stitch on a sweater. Parakeet green on the letters. I don't be rocking no butters. If you see me booted, it's Mason Margiela. Double R Kim with umbrella. They tryna rain on my parade from the cellar. Only do beef from the farmer and Hyoko dispatch it. I got no vendettas. I'm doing numbers like stars at the Mecca. And Issa Miyake, I flooded Tribeca. Tryna save room for my dinner, but I'd have been touching more bread than a